The First Amendment. Everyone's heard of it, but not everyone knows what it means, or even what it applies to. In case you didn't know, the First Amendment states Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. This doesn't mean that you can say whatever sick, twisted thing pops into your head, but you can say most things. So why is it books get banned? They're a form of speech and are rarely as wacky as the things crazy junkies say on the street. So why are books singled out so often? And should that even be legal? Is it too outlandish to say that if someone doesn't want to read a book, they should just, I don't know, not read it? Banned books include classics.
The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain, which was banned because of the racial slurs, specifically usage of the N-word. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, banned because of the portrayal of drugs and sexual content, and even the Harry Potter series, which was banned because the characters use magic.
All of these are huge selling and award-winning books, but some people still don't want them read, and they take it upon themselves to stop everyone within their reach from reading them. It's pretty obvious what our opinion on what we think is an infringement upon free speech is, but we wanted to know what others thought, so we headed down to the Durango Public Library to ask its patrons a couple of questions. Do you think banning books infringes upon free speech?
I think that it does, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to assume the answer to this is yes, but have you ever read a banned book?
Probably not knowingly. So many have been banned from, especially schools, that I probably have read banned books. I know that I can remember the kids' books easiest, but like In the Night Kitchen by Maurice Sendak is a very popular book that most people who work in a library are familiar with. So I have read that, but the list of banned books is so huge. I'm sure that almost everybody's read a banned book and not even known it.
Okay. Do you think there's ever a good reason to ban a book?
No. I believe that, however, when you're selecting materials for different age groups or libraries, you need to be careful with your selection. For instance, I would not put 50 Shades of Grey in a high school library. That belongs in a public library. So you do need to be thoughtful about your selection, but there's no reason to ban a book.
Okay. Do you think banning books infringes upon our rights of free speech?
Yes, it does. Because an author's viewpoint is what they're sharing. It's their methodology of their free speech. And I can read that if I choose to. And I don't want to stop anybody else from reading it. If you look at, it was One Day in the Life of Ivan Denitzin. Anyhow, it's this book by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. I can't pronounce his name properly. But it was banned in Russia, and nobody there could read it. But then, when they found that they could read it when they were out of their country, it changed their lives. So,
what are some banned books that you've read?
I have read all of Ellen Hopkins' books. Crank was the one that was banned the most. The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. Speak by Lori Halsey Anderson. All of the Captain Underpants books and Super Diaper Baby by Dave Pilkey. And Tango Makes Three is a children's picture book. A lot of children's picture books get challenged as well. But there's so many more. I've read dozens.
Would you ever ban a book?